Imagine the thrill of watching a horse, bred and trained in the heart of America, take on one of the most prestigious races in the world, the Melbourne Cup. This isn't just a dream for Parchment Party, a colt owned by Jin and Dana Bernhard of Pinhook Stud, but a very real possibility that has the racing world buzzing with excitement. But here's where it gets controversial. The Melbourne Cup, known as the race that stops a nation, is a monumental event in Australia, and the idea of an American-trained horse competing in it has sparked a mix of anticipation and skepticism. Let's dive into the details and see what makes this potential showdown so intriguing. After Parchment Party's stunning victory in the Birdstone Stakes, a grueling 1 3/4-mile dirt race at Saratoga Racecourse on August 6th, the Bernhards had their sights set on the Melbourne Cup. In a post-race interview, Dana Bernhard shared their ambitious plan. "It's our plan. Go to the Melbourne Cup, quarantine in England, then go on to Australia for quarantine, and see how he does." 2 days later, their son, Ben Bernhard, vice president of Pinhook Stud, confirmed that the goal was still very much in play. Parchment Party's impressive 8.5-length win in the Belmont Gold Cup, G3, on June 6th, earned him an automatic berth in the $10 million, US $6.5 million, Melbourne Cup, a turf race held at Flemington Racecourse. This victory not only secured his spot, but also made him a potential history maker. If Parchment Party makes the trip, he will be the first American-trained horse to compete in this iconic race, which will be held on November 4th for the 165th time. The 3,200-meter, about 2-mile, Melbourne Cup is more than just a race. It's a cultural phenomenon that captivates the entire nation. Now, you might be wondering, why the Melbourne Cup? Well, Parchment Party has shown a remarkable aptitude for marathon races, and the Melbourne Cup's distance is right up his alley. Ben Bernhard explained, "It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We don't buy or breed horses with the intention of getting one that likes to run 2 miles. But I think Parchment Party would like running 2 miles. So having that on his side and being qualified, we would like to go." I think after every race we've watched him, we've always said, I think he might like a little more distance. And this is the part most people miss. While Parchment Party is 0 for 2 on the turf, his love for long distances could be the key to his success in the Melbourne Cup. But let's not forget the logistical challenges. The journey to the Melbourne Cup is no walk in the park. First, Parchment Party will need to pass veterinary examinations in the United States before heading to Newmarket, England, for a 2-week quarantine. During this time, he will be allowed to train. After that, he'll travel to Melbourne for another quarantine and more veterinary inspections. All international runners must undergo computed tomography scans to compete, a rule that adds another layer of complexity. Last year, Jan Bruegel, trained by Aidan O'Brien, was scratched from the race after a CT scan revealed a heightened risk of injury. Talk about a heartbreaker. And this is where things get even more interesting. This year, the Melbourne Cup saw a $1.3 million purse bump, primarily benefiting the connections of runners who finish between 13th and last in the typically 24-horse field. This change could influence the strategies of trainers and owners, adding another dimension to the race. Meanwhile, another Pinhook Stud-owned horse, World Beater, won the Saratoga Derby Invitational Stakes, G1T, and qualified for Australia's Cox Plate, G1. However, Ben Bernhard mentioned that it's unlikely the 3-year-old son of Oscar Performance will make the trip due to more appealing opportunities closer to home. But who knows? Maybe World Beater will follow in Parchment Party's hoofsteps and give the Melbourne Cup a shot in the future. So what do you think? Will Parchment Party make history and conquer the Melbourne Cup? Or will the challenges prove too great? The racing world is watching, and the stage is set for an epic showdown. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation rolling. Will Parchment Party's journey inspire other American-trained horses to take on the Melbourne Cup, or will it remain a unique and unforgettable chapter in racing history?